ridiculous hoax. Others are true believers. The white lines you see trailing behind airplanes, you probably know them as contrails. But a growing number of people claim we are secretly getting sprayed with chemicals. Is there any proof? CBS 5's Pat McReynolds takes a look.
Early in the morning, you'll see several jets flying in this direction, back and forth, up and back.
Roxy Lopez looks to the skies of Casa Grande with skepticism and fear.
It was just plane after plane after plane. It was crazy. Right over here in this direction.
She's referring to air traffic overhead that leaves familiar white lines in the sky that most consider are condensed and frozen airplane exhaust, or contrails. But she and a growing community of people believe they are something more sinister.
There's a big picture here. There's a really big picture here.
On her website, The Truth Denied, Lopez claims that all of those white lines are chemicals being sprayed either by the government or private industry to try and control the climate. And she says those chemicals are making us sick.
They're getting colds or upper respiratory issues that they are now associating with this heavy spraying.
Lopez is not alone. Arizona is a hotbed for chemtrail believers. Former Arizona Senator Karen Johnson even joined them in an online documentary entitled, What Are They Spraying?
Why is this happening? Why is this being allowed to be sprayed continually all over the United States, all over the world?
CBS 5 wanted to take a closer look at the data these theorists use. One local website, Arizona Skywatch, lists a table from 2009 supposedly compiled by the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality that shows incredibly high levels of dangerous particles: aluminum, chromium, antimony, arsenic, and many others. Well, we went straight to the source to fact-check those numbers. An ADEX spokesman told us all of those numbers were way off and completely false. In some cases, as with aluminum, they were 28,000 times the standard results. Take antimony, for instance. The Chem Trails website claims findings of 129 million nanograms per cubic meter. ADEX highest finding during that same time period for antimony, 6.8. Even if the chemtrail report was accurate, there is still no evidence that the levels were caused by chemicals sprayed from planes.
I think it's pretty funny. I think some people have some serious amount of extra free time on their hands.
Chad Verdalio is the president of Sawyer Aviation. He's been flying for nearly 20 years and says he's seen every type of contrail shape and formation in his years in the sky, and all of them are easily explained.
On drier days, you won't see them. That's why we so many days here in the valley, we don't see contrails overhead. But on days where it's more humid or maybe there's a storm coming, you'll be able to see contrails.
The EPA states contrails can linger for long periods of time, and depending on winds, can appear to be spreading or falling to the ground, but they don't. Verdalio says if planes were spraying chemicals in a mass conspiracy, you would see the plumbing on the wings, and someone would have blown the whistle by now.
Every contrail is a good old-fashioned airplane exhaust, and that's all it is.
You'll get the same answer from NASA, NOAA, the FAA, the EPA, and the Air Force. All of them say chemtrails are bogus, but that has done little to slow down the believers.
I believe that the EPA will turn us on to what they want us to see.
Chemtrail believers point to military reports that explore the possibility of controlling our weather. But the military states adamantly that those were just studies, and not only are they not practicing them, they don't have the capability to spray the state, the country, and most certainly not the globe. Back to you.
Thanks, Pat. If you think you've seen chemtrails, we want to see them too. Send us your pictures and video. It's easy. Just go to kpho.com or send us an email to cbs5news@kpho.com.
All right, afternoon highs today in the valley.